All right. Well, I've got an idea. Not an idea. But okay. If you don't know me, well, I've always wanted to do van life for years, at least 6, 7, 8 years. But I don't have a van. I don't have an RV. At the moment, don't have the funds to get one. Working on it. But first of all, can I even live in an RV or a van or anything like that? I've got a dog, so that's already going to create a problem. I work a job where I am at 12 hours a day, so I can't leave a dog in a car or anything right now, unless I wasn't working at that job or working from home or doing something else. So I've got a lot of thinking to do over the next 6 months to a year. Trying to figure out if I can do it, because I'd like to travel. I'd like to get up and go do some stuff. Go check out the world. I've been stuck in this little. I've been in this house that I'm in right now. It's a mobile home. For next year will be 10 years that I've lived here. So I'll be 37. So it means I was 27 when I moved in. It's a long time in one house. Not a lot of people can say that. So it's good, but I'm ready to get out and explore. I'm not getting any younger, so got an idea. I need to practice on a setup. So I'm an avid angler. I'm an avid hunter, hiker, camper, whatever you want to call it, adventurer. Plus, I also come back and I live and I go to work every day, and that's that. So I've got to start somewhere and start moving my life to that. If I don't, I'll be here another 5 years, right? Not the worst thing in the world. If that's what happens, happens. But I think I'm slowly minimalizing myself down to make it happen. Not saying I'm going to quit my job. Not going to say I'm moving out anytime soon. But we are going to start setting up the truck, because I've been watching lots of videos and I'm compulsive. So I see someone having fun in a pop-up camper on YouTube. So I'm like, I need a pop-up camper, right? Search for them, a new one. For some reason, a pop-up camper is almost as much as a cheaper travel trailer, pull behind. But renovating them, doing all that maintenance, man, I'm just trying to get out and go camping right now, right? So, and I don't really have the funds to buy that. I need to pay off some credit cards and do some other stuff before I do anything like that. Save up some cash flow. So what do I do have? I have a truck, paid off truck, right? So that's where we're going to start. So last year, I used my truck for the first year. I did public handing out at the LBJ Grasslands in Decatur, Texas. I used my truck as my tent, basically. I pull up. I only went 3 or 4 or 5 times. One day I stayed out there for like 5, 6 days. But I used my truck as my tent. So it got cold. Cranked the heater on in the truck. So be it. This year, so far at the beginning in this nice weather, I've just bought a little backpacking tent, a little one-man tent. Me and the dog sleep fine in it. I could use something a little bit bigger. So I was searching, and I was like, oh, hey, they got hot tents. That might work. But man, you know, what I realized, unless you're going to be out there for like a week, maybe 2 weeks, setting up a whole tent, hot tent, all that stuff, and that's a lot of work to build it up, break it down. Like, if you're going to go out and have to move completely into a campsite like that, like, what's the point of leaving home? Like, going out there to camp. So, I'm going to get my truck set up. I don't have a camper shell at the moment. Maybe that's something we'll do later, so I can't do the whole camper shell truck build. But last year, at the beginning, all the deer season last year in 2023, I used my truck cab. The first couple nights, I just try to lay lengthways from passenger to driver side, in the back seat, on the bench seat, with a sleeping bag, which worked for a couple nights, but you can't stretch out. Probably about 6 inches to a foot too big to stretch out completely. So you can get a little diagonal, you can get through a night, but it's not comfortable sleep. Not bending your legs for some reason just isn't comfortable for me. So I can't do that, and I don't want to like sleep diagonally because I'm going to move around a lot. So what I did towards the end of that was I took out my passenger seat and I threw a couple sleeping bags down, and that seemed to work. I had enough clearance. I could stretch completely out. The dog kind of slept in my lap a little bit. I got to figure out something better for her, a better spot for her to sleep. But that's what we're going to go. But we're going to improve it a little bit. We're going to put an actual little bed in, because if you know the truck, underneath it there's like a area to plug in the what is it called? You got, first of all, you got the holes from the seat being bolted in, and then you got the area to plug in the airbag and all that stuff. So I need to get over the top of that a little bit because it wasn't so comfortable. It's kind of a little humpy sleeping on a couple of sleeping bags. So we're going to get some wood or something, and we're going to build a little platform. I don't need nothing, maybe 6 inches or so, just to get over that. And we're going to get some foam, and we're going to take the seat back out, see if I can bypass the airbag code, but if not, it's whatever. It's been on for a year. It's not that big of a deal. Also, that's the plan. We're going to start converting this truck, because why go buy a travel trailer right now? I got a paid off truck. It's working. It needs a little love and care that I haven't been giving it so much. I'll go through the list of that later. But right now we're going to get up, because first thing I need is my inspection's been out since June. It is almost November in a few days. Tomorrow's Halloween. So we're going to go out and we're going to clean the car, give it a little car wash love. I'm just going to clean the outside at the car wash. It's an old truck. It's got scratches. I'm not super detailing it at the moment. It's going to be my camping buggy. That's what we're going to be using it for until I find something else or figure something else out. Then there's some problems with the truck, and we'll go over that later at the end of the video. It needs normal tune-ups and things like that. So far, all I've done this year on it is I got some new used tires. I don't get new tires anymore. I just get used ones every 6 months to a year. A whole lot cheaper, and they're usually pretty good. So I'm not doing a bunch of four-wheel driving. I do go off on some dirt roads a little bit, but not super four-wheel driving because it's not a 4x4. But anyways, we're getting out of the tent because it's coming into winter season. I like the tent. I'll probably keep a tent in the truck. It is nice occasionally to set up the tent when you're out there for a couple nights and just enjoy it. But we're getting into winter, and I'm going to need some way to stay a little bit more insulated. And I also I want to be able to just get there and just start enjoying it. I don't want to feel like I have to set up a whole camp every single time. Now, like I said, you're out there for 6, 7, 8 days, it might be worth it. But a lot of times I'm just going to be going out there for a night or two, and maybe just a day stay somewhere doing some fishing. So we're going to get this going. And yeah, I might buy a little canopy to put up. Who knows? That'll be later. I'm going to try to do this on a very low budget. Maybe try not to spend anything at all. We'll see what I got up my sleeves. But we are doing a truck cab camper build, I guess you can say. We're going to deck this thing out. I want everything on this thing. I need some essential gear, like just strand-proof stuff, like air pump, a wireless battery jump starter, just in case the battery goes dead when I'm out there in the middle of nowhere. I need some new keys made for the car. That could be a couple $100. But first things first, I need to get it inspected and registered before I do anything. So we're going to go clean out the car, vacuum it, wash it down a little bit, maybe detail it up a little bit, clean the windows and stuff, and then we're going to run it over and see if they will inspect it and pass it. I took it a month or two ago, and they would not pass it because first time they said because I just installed a new battery that day, and they said they wouldn't pass it because the readies weren't ready yet, or whatever that means. The system wasn't fully operational yet, the computer system. It takes a few days, I guess, after you hook up a battery for all the systems to go through and process and come on. I'm a YouTube mechanic, not a mechanic, so I don't understand, but it makes sense, I guess. And then I took it back 2 weeks later to the same place. They didn't tell me anything that day, even though they looked over everything. Then they said they couldn't pass it again because there's a little crack in the headlight. The headlight works, fully functional. There's a little crack and it wiggles a little bit if you move it. It's not falling out. I've been driving it like this for 3 years, had it inspected 3 times before. I think they're just one of those mechanic places that just want you to fix things through them, so they make up a lot of stuff, if you know what I mean. Is it probably technically can they? Yeah, but I'm going to go take it somewhere else and see if they pass it. That's all I can do. If not, then I guess I'll have to go buy some new headlights and put them in. But I don't want to do that until the bulbs are dead completely. So we're going to go take it somewhere else, see if they'll pass it. If they do, then we'll run over to the registration office and get that done. And then we'll take out the seat and start the build. So yeah, I'll let y'all know later exactly what I want to do and my visions on it. But right now, we're going to take it to the car wash. And I will show you what kind of truck I have and give you a little walk around. Alright, we are in the truck and we are headed to the car wash. So, what got me into wanting to do van life? That's a good question. Let's see, I want to say it was like 2017, 2016, something like that. I was at work, working at a barbecue place. I do restaurant stuff. And I was just scrolling through YouTube. Someone said, there was a girl that said, the caption was, I left home and I'm living in my car, or something along those lines. I'm living in my car in California, or something like that. So I was like, kind of intriguing. Didn't really think much of it at the time. Shoot, at the time, I don't even know if I was like hunting. I wasn't hunting and fishing and everything. I've always done it my whole life, but not to the obsession that I do now. It's Hobo Alley, if any of you are familiar with her. And I heard her whole story. I watched several videos, and I was like, man, she was just living in a little sedan. So I was like, man, I could do that. At the time, I didn't have a dog. So would have been a little easier without the dog. I could probably be doing it now, honestly. Not having to worry about keeping something in the truck when it's hot or cold. Anyways, we're going to pop up with my bubbly. This is a orange cream bubbly. They're really good. So I watched several of her videos, and I was all ready to do it and everything. And then, I don't know. I didn't have a dog during that time. Would have been way easy, but I just never did it. Never thought I could do it. Didn't really wrap my mind around it. Plus, I was just starting my management career at restaurants for the most part. Not just starting, but really getting involved in it. Realizing it's probably what I'm going to be doing for a while. So I was more focused on that. Then I became GM, and then COVID happened in 2020. So I just never got around to doing it. Plus, like I said, I'm compulsive. So I think I overthink things, and I need everything. I need the battery pack. I need solar panels. I need a big pull-behind trailer for some days, a pop-up camper. I needed everything. I never just said, hey, you're watching Hobo Alley, live in a sedan. I think you can live in your pickup truck somehow. But then fast forward, and let's go back to her story. Her story was she left home, got kicked out. So I can't remember the exact names. Went to California to go to school and live with some family and friends. Well, that situation didn't work out, so she was stuck with no no job, no money, or she had a job serving tables, but she was stuck with no house and not a whole lot of money because that job was giving her problems and not paying her like they on time. So she ended up living in her car and realized, hey, why pay rent, I guess, and it's a little free. So that's kind of the basis now. I've got a decent job. I make an average salary at the moment with benefits and everything, which keeps me there. But hey, I wouldn't mind finding something out of the restaurant industry eventually. Not in a hurry to get out right now, but if something like YouTube or something takes off, well, give it a shot. But I'll keep my options open there. Right now, I'm content with where I am in the restaurant industry. But we're going to start camping to see if I can even think about living in it. Because if I can go 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days living in it, I might even say, hey, we're going to go camp somewhere for a week and see what I can do. Try to figure out how to work it out with the dog and not being at home for that long. It's going to be real hard. I don't know how. Especially, I'm at the restaurant 12 hours a day, and I'm in Texas, so our winters are pretty cold and wet, and our summers are, I mean, it's not cold like Montana where it gets negative 50 or Canada. We get hot summers and somewhat cold winters. We get to the 20s and 30s. We can freeze. So if it was just me, I could figure that out, but I got a dog to worry about too. Get back into that later. So back to the truck. So that's the idea. That's what got me to it. That's what led me to wanting to start that. Plus, right after I watched her videos, I started seeing more about actual van life, where you renovate a van and pretty much make it a whole studio apartment. And then, of course, after that, I saw full-time RV living. I've seen it all. I've seen putting a camper shell in the back of the truck. I've seen it all. Hell, when I watch them, I want to do them all, right? Campers, you got to have somewhere to park it. So most of the time, you're still going to be paying rent, $500 a month, $300 to $500 a month for rent. Plus, if you can't afford to buy one outright or renovate one, you'll be spending a couple $100, $300, $400 a month on the RV. Not bad. $1,000 for a house a month, not bad. But you have to live at RV parks. Yeah, you can go. Work remote, it's great, but I wouldn't be able to at the beginning. So what we're going to do is we're going to slowly incorporate it, and hopefully I'll get some kinks out before I get there, and we'll go in steps. Like I said, I'm compulsive. I want the most, and I want it all. I can't afford it all. So we're going to get this truck cab set up a little bit better than last year, ready for the winter. I've got a good 8 weekends of hunts that I'm going to be attending to over the next couple weeks, and then after that, come February, we're going to be get back to bass fishing and catfishing and things along those natures. I might do that a little bit, but we're focusing on deer hunting right now because I really want to get me a deer and or a pig and other things out there. Plus, I just like the woods. So that's kind of the backstory of how I got into it. Not having to pay rent, kind of freeing myself from the man a little bit would be nice, at least until I can afford it and not have to pay interest fees to the bank and all that stuff. Like, if I can get away from the banks and the man, obviously you got to pay taxes, but whatever you can do to free yourself up and realize you don't got to be up in the rat race, and do it the way that everybody's done it for 50, 60, 70, 80 to 100 years more. That's that. Just simplify, minimalize. I think once I figure it out, it's not going to be, there's plenty of people doing it, so I just can't wrap my head around it because I'm comfortable, right? I've been working for the same guy for 5 to 8 years, so 5, 6, 7, 8 years, so I'm comfortable. But it's still a restaurant business. I could lose my job at any time. It's not completely set in stone. We're in anyways. that's a different topic for a different day. So that is why I want to go do it, and we got to start somewhere. So over this next 6 months, we're going to get, well, probably next month, we should have this pretty much campable, finishing touches on it before it freezes. I am going to be out there. Rain, sleet, freeze, snow. We're going to be out there getting through it. I got to save some money just in case things happen. And yeah. So where I live, I kind of live in the country here in Texas, North Texas. I won't say super country, but it's a little bit more country. I'm about 15 to 20 minutes out of all the cities surrounding me. So nice little place. Some days I'd like to live closer to the city. Some days I want to be farther out in the boonies. That would be the nice part about this truck cat camping, is I can go wherever I want to go at any time. I've got 24-hour fitness membership. I wouldn't be worried about showering or finding things to do. If I get bored, I can go work out, take a shower, use the restrooms, whatever I need to do. You can kind of stay out there if you're stealth camping. Stay in Walmart parking lots. Unfortunately, they're not 24 hours anymore, but if you figure it out, you can stay there. There's always something open 24 hours if you got to use the restroom or something. You drive to Quick Trip or something like that. But we'll figure those little things out. Try to figure out how to make living in a truck manageable before I actually have to do it for any reason. Hell, I could lose all my jobs tomorrow. I'll be stranded and get evicted. My landlord, where I've lived for 10 years, they're getting older, so you never know. Something happens to her, the place gets sold, you never know. But anywho, that's that. We're headed to do the car wash. And I'm going to try to put this video up tonight when I get back. Start my truck cab camper build. And we're not just truck cab camping, we're complete truck. We're going to kind of get this truck ready for hunting, fishing, everything. So installing winch, installing good light systems, maybe a solar panel to keep my batteries charged if I need to while I'm out there. I'm out there for 2 or 3 nights. It'd be nice to have that option. Place to put the kayaks better. Place to put my motorcycle. We'll talk about that on another video. Get a good name for the truck. Figure out how to heat the truck. I'm also doing state park stuff, so sometimes I want to be able to just walk up and plug in. Do some editing. I'm working on a blog as well, so I'm going to be out on my computer a lot. Try to go out every weekend to a camp to get out of the house, and that's that. I'm getting into fitness a lot, so we're going to be out hiking and finding other gyms to kind of go to. I do like Planet Fitness for what it is and what it's worth, but we're going to try some other things as well. We're about to venture out of my little bubble. And we're going to be taking this GoPro along with me. I've got a few cameras, nothing great, no super $3,000 mega camera or anything. But got a few cameras. We can get some vlogs up, get some pictures up. We're just vlogging and blogging. That's all we're going to be doing. More of a hobby. If I can monetize, I will. But more of a hobby. We're going to try to keep it PG. Or at least PG-13. And try to go by Google's standards so I can make money and don't get kicked off. Till then, we are constantly... I've been on vacation for 9 days, so tomorrow I go back to work. Tomorrow's Halloween, 2024. So tomorrow I go back to work. And that's it. Did my laundry yesterday, but cleaned up the house all week. Still got a little bit more cleaning to do. But today we're going to be focusing on this truck. I'm going to start this truck build. That starts with cleaning and getting it registered, obviously. Inspected and registration. I did go camping a couple days ago. Went out with my dad and my nephews, and we camped. And I was going to do more hunting at the LBJ grasslands here in Texas. But we ended up just camping around, eating, hanging out. for the most part. I did walk around one day, but didn't see anything. I think this week it's slowly starting to cool down. I think the deer will start moving a little more. Doe season is about to be over after today, or I've got a couple more days of doe season, and then it's buck only. But I'll also be able to bring my shotgun. So bucks and pigs, or I can get a spike and a buck, but no doe after this week out at the grasslands, which is fine. I like bow hunting season because I can get a doe if one pops by, but I'm not really out there for the doe unless I just want some meat in the freezer. But anywho, it's the game plan, getting this truck ready. We got a lot to do. Not in a big rush though. I mean, right now, if I wanted to, I can go out and camp in it easy. I can throw a sleeping bag down like I did last year and be fine. But we're gonna fancy it up a bit. Plus, my biggest thing is I don't want to be stranded ever. So I got a generator I need to get going, keep in the back. That way, if I need to charge the battery up or charge a power something or charge some lights, I can. Or I can just plug into it and live off of it. If I need to charge a battery on my laptop or something. To get the gas generator going, get an air pump, keep the tires maintained, get an oil change. This truck's running pretty good for 178,000 miles. With that, by the end of 2025, I'll be at 200,000. From what I've seen online, I can get another 100,000 miles out of this truck easily if I keep it well maintained. Start saving some money because I need to fix the transmissions and things like that. I don't want to be in a spot where I don't have a truck. T-lights on it. We're just going to do some things to it. I need to fix the radio. I'll go through everything I need later when we're doing a walk around. We're pulling into the car wash right now. I think we'll do the outside and then I'll do the inside. Alright, we are here. It's a little dirty. But we're about to take care of that. Tires are pretty dirty with brake dust. Need some new screws and bolts for this. done. Alright, car's washed a little bit, still need to detail it a little bit better. We are headed into the inspection place, and then I gotta try to go vote. Hope it passes. Hope they don't see that spot, or that little headlight thing. Cross your fingers so we can get this build going. On a Pennzoil car lubing tune. Guess what? We passed. Pass. So don't go to the place I went last time. I think it's called Mazeki or something. Over by my house, Minsky. I'll figure out the name of it and put it there. Don't go there, because when I went there, I think I already explained it, but anyways, they failed me twice, and I think they were just giving me the runaround to try to get me to fix stuff that didn't really need to be fixed for inspection. You know, the lights work, they're functional. This place passed me. Go there. Quick car in Lake Worth. Now we are at the sub courthouse. Gonna get the registration. And then we gotta hurry up, because we gotta get back over to Azle and go vote. So we're gonna run in, get the registration real fast, and we are on our way to this truck build. I'm excited, I'm stoked. This has kind of been nerve-wracking for me for the last month or so, trying to get this thing registered. But apparently not a big deal. So we'll be back. Going down the highway. We just get this thing rigged for camping, vlogging, all that good stuff. A little computer set up in here, cooking, a little way to cook in here if I need to. I don't know if I can do solar panels or what I need to do, a battery pack or something for in here. But I want it very minimalistic. I want to be able to go out, and I don't want this thing full of crap that I have to maneuver and move from one side to the other constantly. So obviously when hunting or fishing, I'm going to have rods and rails and things if I can't fit it in the bag somewhere. But I voted. Yeah. All right. Well, pretty productive day so far. It's only 3:45, so we got some time to go do some stuff. So, anyways, in this video, figure out what I'm gonna go do. But yeah, I'm gonna go home, clean up, probably eat something, eat some lunch. Hang out for a second. We will figure out the next spot of this truck build. We're in the truck right now. Just gonna clean it up a little bit. I'm letting the dog walk around. Not doing a whole lot to it. Just kind of assessing what we're gonna do. But yeah. So I got home, cleaned up the kitchen, watched a basketball game, watched the end of the World Series. Go Dodgers. Dodgers won. And yeah, so I didn't do too much after I voted and all that stuff. Ate some leftover spaghetti. That's that. So I'm just gonna kind of wipe a few things down in here. Let's see if I can show y'all. So here's the truck. I've never seen one, so we're just gonna kind of go over a few things on the inside that need some repair. If you can hear it, I'll try to point it out in the when I was voting and left the camera running. You can hear a little knocking. So back behind my dash, there is, I forget what it's called, a heat fan actuator or air fan actuator or something. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a little switch or a door thing, and it's stuck or something, so I need to replace that because it just knocks. It just goes constantly. So I need to replace that. As you can tell, my screen's out, so either I need to replace the factory one or see if someone could fix that, or get a whole new system for it. Because I would like to get Bluetooth. I might try to find something with like GPS navigation or something and just get rid of the whole thing and switch that out. Heat and AC work. Everything in here works. Trailer thing works, I guess. I've never really had a trailer for it. That works. Pretty much everything in here works. Got this. Everything down there works. All that. So one thing that I noticed is probably just because of the bugs that are in there. We need to get in there and clean those out. I noticed there's some bugs up in there, but this one's getting stuck in an on position when I go to turn the car off, and it stays on. So I need to fix that. I'm gonna take that seat back out so I can camp right there. But see down there, see for a second, I'll turn that on. You see down there, we're gonna shampoo this whole thing, but we're gonna get this souped up. So you got back there. Let's see if I can make this brighter in here. Nope, it's as bright as it's gonna get. Everything inside's pretty good. Everything works. All the lights work. I do need to. I took off and lost some of the seals for that window in the back. I need to fix that, but we need to take this seat out right here. It's not. It's just in by a few bolts. That's all. I haven't even hooked up the airbag yet. But we passed inspection, so we got to take that out, and then we're gonna try to. I don't know. I just need to build something to get over this hump. That's all. There's a couple of humps in here, and it'll be much more comfortable if I can build something to get over that. But I need to try not to lose any room because my feet did go up underneath the glove compartment. So we'll figure something out. Or at least fill in those holes down there. I don't know. We're gonna figure something out. Start camping this thing. We may not build nothing. We might just find like a good foam padding or something like that to put down there. I'm not really sure yet, but we'll figure something out. We're gonna make it work. We'll make it sleepable, campable, and comfortable. Then all I need is something to, like a little workstation. So I don't know where that'll be. So when I'm not or when I need to do some work or some editing or something, I can just prop up and do that if it's raining outside or something, or it's too hot or something. I'd like to find a little AC for that back window. So at night I could put a little, like maybe some kind of little, when I'm out camping at state parks or something and I have electricity, I could put a little air conditioning in there. So I stay AC'd at night. That'll be later. Not a big deal right now when I'm just 2-day camping. But eventually, if I'm staying in this thing more often, I might end up having to take out that back seat in the back also. If I need a couple more inches of room, you know, that'll give me probably 5-6 more inches. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I want to keep some seating just in case I need to put a passenger in here. I don't, honestly, in the last 5 years, I haven't really had any passengers, so that's that. What else needs to be done? So I need to change some brakes. I changed the front brakes and front tires recently. Now I need to change back brakes and back tires in the next month or so. I need to do my spark plugs, maybe wires as well. Maybe replace the belts. They're not broken, but maybe just be ready for that. Maybe buy a backup starter and alternator just so I have it, just in case I break down out in the middle of nowhere. I need, like I said earlier, I need the something to charge the battery or jump start my battery if I need it. I need an air pump to pump up a tire if necessary. What else? And I need to get my new keys made. That's probably first thing on the list. And go through the fuse box, make sure all the fuses are good and going. Probably redo that headlight eventually anyways, just to do it. Maybe get some brighter ones because they are kind of filming up. Put a new side step on the side, possibly. Not a big worry of mine, but make it look better. Fix my gas tank door. For the last 5-6 years it's been open, the springs are broken. Maybe find a new bumper for the back. Maybe find a grill guard if I'm gonna be out camping and driving a lot, just in case I hit a deer or something. It won't totally mess up the car. And probably a winch, just in case for some reason I get stuck, I can try to pull myself out. So those things, and maybe a little bit better lighting or something for the outside. And I would eventually like a camper shelf for the back of it. So those are all going. Even if I stay camping inside, which I think would probably be the better thing because it'll be more secure and more stealthy, I can kind of open up and start playing around with the bed to be like a living room, a place to go out and camp and chill if it's raining or something. I can make that like my kitchen and living space throughout the day, and then when I go to bed, I can sleep in the cab and have a little bit more storage also. Something along those lines. But we're gonna get this truck thing started. I don't know, we're gonna start planning some stuff out for it, doing little things by little. Like I said, if you could see, where is it? We are at, what does that say? 178,888 miles. So 178,000 miles. Almost 179. So our goal right now is making another year to 200,000, and then I think if we take care of her and start doing some tune-ups and stuff, we can really get her to 300,000. Another 5 years or so. That's the plan. And yeah, camping this thing for a couple years, maybe be able to move out of that guy. So as you can tell, I'm in an old mobile home. It's not the best picture, but it's kind of dark. But we're gonna go through that place. I'm already starting to kind of bring it down and minimalize it a little bit. Problem is, I have a lot of stuff. So, and like a lot, I know they talk about minimalism, but I actually use a lot of my stuff. Like a lot of it's camping, fishing, hunting stuff. I can't just throw away. Like right now, I don't have much in the bedroom. I literally have a record player and a bed. Literally, like a mattress on the floor and a record player. That's all that's in there. I don't have anything in there. I have some toiletries in my bathrooms. Nothing in my middle bedroom. That's cleaned out except for a couch that needs to go to the trash probably, because I haven't sat on it in 2 years. some dressers that are around that aren't mine, kind of taking up a lot of space. But in the living room right now is just a gun cabinet with my guns. We got a couple guns, a couple bow and arrows, a bunch of fishing stuff. A whole corner is just fishing stuff. Clothes, which I can get down on, but I haven't yet. And then, yeah, that's it really. And then a lot of tools. The tools is going to be the one thing I think I can, because I got a whole shelf out front with a bunch of tools. And if you can see it, I've got my motorcycle sitting right there. So anyways, we're slowly but surely going to wind down the house and get it to where it needs to be. I'm trying to get everything kind of moved into like the kitchen side. That way, if and when in the next year or two I decide to move out of here and hit the road, I'm ready to go. And I can fit into a little RV or a truck or whatever I need to fit into. Or at least fit it all into a little storage unit, which is most likely what's going to happen. Right now, I'm enjoying my house. Like, I just set up my little office space and stuff. But sooner or later, this is what I want to do. I want to be out at campgrounds most of the year. I want to save some money so I can buy like an acre and start building my own thing. An acre, I would like for it to be bordering some kind of national grasslands or something, so I can hunt and fish and stuff like that, and just walk into it or be close by. But that's that. We're gonna tune out now. Hope y'all enjoyed the little vlog today. I know it wasn't much. Lots of talking, lots of fast talking, but yeah, enjoy the truck build as we go. We got a lot to do. I'm not gonna do, okay, last thing, then I'm out of here. I'm not gonna like worry about having to do it all at one time before I go on my first trip. I see a lot of vloggers, a lot of van lifers, they buy the thing that needs to be completely renovated and all that. I get it if it needs some engine work or something, but hell, you can still go camp in it if it's not the best. But they completely spend 6 months renovating before they even go camping. Like, bad things are gonna happen. I'd rather things happen before I spend a lot of money on it than after I spend $3,000 or $4,000 getting stuff. So we're gonna do little by little. Like, first thing is taking this thing out and putting the bed in, kind of setting up a little camp. Like, I already got camp stuff. I don't need a lot. I can go camping for a month on the crap I got, probably, with little trips into town for ice and stuff. But there are some things I want, like a battery pack, like a, you know, an EcoFlow or something would definitely come in handy. I need to get my generator fixed. That'll be a video in itself. Other than that, I'll probably have the Blackstone to cook on, and like I said, we're going to try to find a camper shell sooner or later, so I can have a little living room in the back. That way I can hang out in there. I want one of the taller ones so I can kind of sit up, put a little desk, a little kitchenette, and then I have some room to keep a freezer and cooler and all that kind of stuff. Not a freezer, but you know what I mean. And then we'll have probably a storage unit. I'm not living in it yet, so it'll just be for weekends, but it's my daily driver too, so. Now, who knows, maybe we'll go do some random nightly camps, or hey, camping at work tonight. I don't know. I got a dog, so I gotta have the dog with me if I do stuff, but we'll see what happens. That's the ultimate goal. As soon as I figure it all out, then I'll freaking leave the restaurant industry, but who knows when that'll be. Alright, I'm closing this out. Peace. Vacation's over. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Gotta get up and get ready for work. actually, we gotta get up and go to the gym. So we're leaving in like 30 minutes to go to the gym. Oh, alright, tune back in just a minute. Alright, just my little morning routine here. Alright, 6:11. We need to leave here by 6:30. I packed my work clothes. I'll do another one, a very better cinematographic one, but this is just realistic. I was supposed to get up an hour and a half ago, but I've been on vacation, so that was a little hard to do. Okay. How about y'all? I need to get a better bag, but I've been using trash bags for my dirty clothes, dirty gym clothes, so I don't have to wash my backpack every day. There's that. Alright. My headphones. The gym headphones. Keys. Alright, pre-workout over the month. So I'm trying new ones every time I go right now. Last time I tried Intake from GNC, it's their brand. This time I'm trying Beyond Raw, Lit, L-I-T. I haven't tried Ghost yet, maybe I'll try that next. I just bought the cup last time I was there. This one, just one scoop. I don't do coffee in the mornings when I go to the gym. I'll get a coffee later in the afternoon. This is my coffee. Breakfast today is going to be a Nature Valley Crunch Bar. Got that. Takes me about 30 minutes once I leave to get to the gym, so I usually drink that on the way. You get some socks. I take a shower at the gym, so I just wake up and go. Right now, for my shoes that I've had for about 2 months, the Nike Reacts. So I work out every other day for the last 2 months until I went on vacation. Hey, it's vacation. I'm not working out on vacation. It's kind of part of vacation. You're on vacation, quit doing it all. I only get 2 a year, so I don't have to worry about hustle and bustle, getting up and going to the gym and driving all the way there. I just chilled, watched basketball, went camping. It's a good vacation. The next time me and the dog will do a road trip or something. So we got the Nike Reacts this time. I like them because they're well ventilated. I think I'm going to try the Jaw 1s or Jaw 2s next. Basketball shoes. These are training shoes. Wash the glasses. I'm doing a morning routine video, but I don't really have a specific morning routine, so we're kind of making one. I kind of do the same thing, but a lot of times I don't just get up. Today I was better at getting up a little bit faster. I was late getting up, but once I did wake up, I was up. I didn't snooze all day. I just missed 2 hours of breakfast and work. Alright, get my wallet. Make sure everything's in here. Cards. Good. My knife for work. Keys. Got the GoPro. Got more batteries for the GoPro in the car. I think we're good to go. That was a fast, quick morning routine. Alright, taking the dog for a little walk. Still kind of dark. Here to use the restroom. I'm trying to let her stay out of the kennel today. Give it a shot. See how she does. Alright, well, can't really see me anyways. So, we'll tune back in when we get back to the truck. Alright, we are headed to the gym. We're in the truck, 6:48. I'm 18 minutes behind. Not a big deal. First day after vacation. Kind of expected it a little bit. Keep that on for a minute. But the goal is to start waking up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm going to bed as soon as I get home for the most part on some days. Some days I'll have a couple hours to chill. But that's the ultimate goal. 6:30 or 4:30 in the morning. I work on lighting in here and stuff in the mornings when it's dark and at night. The camera. Yeah, head to the gym. We should get there about 7:15. Give me about an hour and 15 minutes to work out and shower and everything. It takes me about 15 to 20 minutes to get to work from the gym. So. I haven't been to the gym in over 9 days. So time to get back. But when I go on vacations, I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm not going to say never, unless I'm just bored out of my mind, but it's vacation. A lot of times I won't be around the gym. And I'm not on vacation. I like to relax, chill, find things to do. I don't mind being productive, but I'm not rushing around to try to get to the gym. I think it's a good body recoup after going consistently, especially when I get to the point where I'm going daily, which is probably coming in the next month. I think I'm going to continue the every other day for one more month, and then I'll probably maybe start going daily. But who knows? Because tomorrow we're going to get up and one day we're going to go to the gym, one day we're going to do some yard work or something. I don't know how much yard work we'll get done if it's not going to get light until, I guess, here in another few weeks it'll start getting light at probably about this time, about 6:30 in the morning. So might start doing some yard work, taking the dog for morning hikes to get a little cardio in on the day off, but ultimately that's the goal. Stay active. Get this truck build going. So while I'm at work today, if I can find time to sneak out, I'm going to come out and wash the windows. Get a measuring tape and kind of measure a few things. Need to get some seat covers for the few seats that'll be in here. I need to get a pillow, and we need to get something to make a bed, some type of foam or something. I don't want just a little thin memory foam. I want a decent little mattress, but it's not a full, it's like half a twin is what it's going to be, or a quarter, 3/4 of a twin size is what I need. Yeah, you're just coming along to work with me today. Full daily vlog. This is pretty much what most days will look like. I didn't go to bed till about 12:30 last night, this morning, because I stayed up watching sports, the World Series and stuff, so hopefully we can start getting to bed a couple hours earlier, at least by 10. That would be ideal. Got lots of videos to upload. So many that I don't know. I'll probably just start uploading these fresh ones and put up the old ones as I got time to sit around and edit. But I gotta keep making fresh content. So seatbelt thing's gonna keep going off until I stop it. Alright, we'll tune back in when I get to the gym. Alright, just got to the gym. I'm gonna run in, do a quick workout. I only got about an hour. I'm gonna do a quick workout and get out of here. Alright, be back. Alright, we're at work. I'm gonna go get ready real quick. Be back. let's start working. Alright, I've been out of the restaurant for 9 days. You can tell we gotta get some cleaning done. On to one manager, so there's a lot to get to. Let's see. Some paperwork we gotta do. Alright. Dishwasher came and got me. There's a leak from the rain in the lobby. It's an old building, not much I can do. Just put a bucket under it, catch the drips. Doesn't rain that often here in Texas. So. Alright. My morning paperwork. Alright, I'll tune back in just a minute when I do something else. Yes, ma'am. See, they're coming today. Somebody called me last night. It's 1:30 now. I got here at 9. Now it's 1:30. Lunch is over, or lunch is finishing up. Gotta run to the bank, make a deposit. Gotta run by the store and get some buttermilk so we can make some ranch dressing. We don't use it fast enough to order at bulk on our Benny Keith order. I do need to get gas, and I gotta run by my bank, personal bank, and get rent money. And then I think that's it. So now you see that's a restaurant. I didn't film some things I wanted to film, like expoing, but hey, we'll do this again. You're just seeing some of the stuff. Kind of got too busy to run around and move the camera around. But sooner or later, maybe later tonight, I'll show how we expo and do things on the line, but we'll see what happens until I get to 5 days. Slowly build up to it. All right. Now we're moving up in line. Hi. You're good. All right. I had to go to the drive-thru so I don't get to get out. Whew. Let's see here. Oh, I'll give you, I think I got a 5 here. Yeah, send me the carrier. I'll send. My deposit was short. I remember seeing a 5 on the counter. I must have dropped it out of the bag when I was counting. Oops. Company. But I choose Chevron. Pretty much that's all I've put in this vehicle for the most part. I think maybe one time I went somewhere else because I needed gas fast. But typically I make it to a Chevron. Usually I use my phone, but I left my phone at work, and I can do the whole app and turn the pump on with my phone, but we're gonna have to go the old-fashioned way with a card, unfortunately. Hey, I just used my phone number. That worked. Save 10 cents a gallon. And we just fill her up. Used to, when I was younger, I did $20 every time I went to the gas station. Now, $20 would get me almost half a tank back then, so I can go a few days. But now, $20 barely gives me a quarter of a tank. Maybe a little more. But luckily now I make a little bit more money than I did back then, so things are more expensive too. But I just fill it up pretty much once a week, depending on how much I drive. But typically once a week I fill up. Costs me anywhere from $60 to $75. I got the app and the rewards, so that saves me a little bit, a few dollars here and there. Just fill her up. She'll last me another week or longer. Chevron. There's at least one Chevron in every city for the most part, so I haven't had a problem finding one. I think quick trips and racetracks are too busy. I don't like dealing with them, so Chevrons are usually smaller. And I like the rewards program so far. So basically I have a Robinhood, and the stocks I buy and invest in are things that I use. So I'm like Nike, because I use those for my gym shoes. Chevron, I've got a little stock in Chevron that I put money in. GoPro, because I use GoPros. I've got some stock in Winnebago, because I'm trying to save up for a camper or something like that. Mobile home or a motorhome or camper or something one day. Ford, because I drive a Ford right now. What else? I don't know. Basically, things that I use in life is what I invest in. Trying to narrow it down to about 10 things to put money into. Also, pretty much, I call it investing, but for me, it's more of a savings account. I don't have a lot. I got like $400 in there. Half of that's Dogecoin, so right now it's down. But which means I probably have like $700 in there or more. But if Dogecoin went back up to 30 cents or whatever it was when I bought into it. I think I have 750 Dogecoins. So I just needed to get to $1,000 or more. Look like freaking Bitcoin did. That'd be somewhat decent. I'd be able to quit working for a little while. Alright. We filled up for $62.18. I saved 10 cents a gallon. I filled up, let's see, it took 23 gallons at $2.69. Well, I started driving. Gas was like $1.50. I remember when it went over $2 for the first time back in, like, right around the World Trade Centers, or right after the World Trade Centers. Alright, we got gas. So we made deposits, we got gas. Now we're headed to my bank.
Hi there, how you doing today?
Good. Can I get a withdrawal slip?
Okay, for checking?
Yes, please.
All right, just a moment.
Now we're headed to Walmart. And one of the issues I'm having right now, why I'm so tired, is because I was on vacation and I wasn't really following my plan. So I got off track on my diet and stuff. Drank some beers. I wasn't eating super healthy. So I'm back on the diet a little bit. Back on the fasting. Stop eating after 6 o'clock. Stop drinking coffee after 6 o'clock will help. Not drink alcohol after 6 o'clock. So basically after 6 o'clock I gotta chill. I could have some waters. Back to it. I was feeling real good for several weeks, and then got closer to the vacation. I just started letting it go a little bit. Still went to the gym all the time, but I started getting pretty stressed out over the car not passing inspection. But now that that's good, we're on our way. Once I have this thing primed up and ready to actually live in, I will hopefully have some debt paid off. Maybe every time I come to Walmart now, I'm always looking around to see if I see anybody camping in their vehicle. All right, we're gonna head out. I'll be back. We're at the Wally World. We'll be around. All right, we're leaving work now. You wanna hop on this vlog?
Bye, vlog.
Bye.
Mexican name.
Bye. We're closing this one out. All right.
Now we might
Yeah, to be continued.
tomorrow. Now we might position. Oh, right. Now we might position.
Bye, Sawanda. Some people just don't like to be on the camera. One day, she'll get over her fear of cameras. got the wood to build out the bed. Me and the Pangy. Now we're gonna head back home and start the build. Start building the camping machine. We're gonna build it out for stealth and outlandish activities. So I'd like to, I want a kitchen, I need a bed. Hell, I even want to get a camper shell eventually. I'll still keep sleeping in here probably, and then use the camper shell for like a kitchen and living room type thing to hang out in. Sometimes it's easy to have dreams and not go after them because it doesn't seem possible. But I guess lots of things are possible. You gotta do it. Don't be scared.
Number 3. On to number 2, and this is full service Victor Wembanyama. He gets the swat on that shot and then just races the other one. Let's check out.
try again.
Switch today to style pound 250 and say keyword switch now to save 50% off your first month with Pure.
Alright guys, well, we built it. I'll show you how I get it in later. I built it in 3 different pieces. So 1, and then 3 more going all the way down. I can lay out flat. I still have a wood left over. We'll make a little table with. Well, we're headed to try to find a mattress topper for it. We're gonna run into Walmart or somewhere. Plus I need to get some stuff to make dinner. But yeah, cleaned up the hair. It's a little rainy day outside today. Oh, this old mobile home. Get my motorcycle out there. Really need to put a cover on it. Got the dog, got Pansy. Yeah. There's my big old jack that we gotta find a cover for. Or like a toolbox or something to put in the back so I can get a camper shell. And yeah, that's the bed build. That's the beginning to the build of this truck. We're gonna run in. I'm gonna get a pillow, a couple things for the truck, because next weekend we're headed out to the grasslands to do some hunting, and of course I'll be camping in it. So and little by little we're going to be adding some stuff. I got to fix some things on the truck. We're going to continue these videos, but finish this video off with running into try to find a mattress topper and a pillow to complete the bed build. And then probably the next video I'll build a little table, which I'm going to put right here. Yeah, of course I'm going to shampoo all this up. Been camping and stuff a lot, spilling stuff on it. But anyways, plus I got that thing. I'm not a thing. Anyways, got that thing. Good dog, but man, she's dirty. Anyways, open up a bubbly. We're gonna head into town. See what we can find. See if we can find a foam topper to put on top of that thing. And get me a new pillow or 2. I got her a dog bed that's I'm gonna put right there as soon as I find something to do with the jack. So I don't want to lose the jack. I'm gonna get on Marketplace later and see if there's any old toolboxes, or someone's getting rid of a locking toolbox I can put on the back of the truck for now until I can get a camper shell. Maybe I'll see if there's some camper shells, but I'm looking to find something fairly cheap, just big enough to put that thing in, really hold that in a little toolbox full of my tools and ratchets and things like that. So that's the plan. Read this thing up for camping. I downloaded what is it called? iOverlander. Checking out some things, some places to go start overlaying camping. Stealth camping, things like that. So we're gonna build a table for this. I don't need a whole lot. I've got a lot of camping gear, cooktops, black stone, things I need to cook with, pans, all that stuff I've got. I just gotta make this thing more livable, and deck it out, you know. Maybe get some things to cover up the windows for when I'm stealth camping. But I got a lot of room. That chair right there actually folds down, so whenever I'm on my computer or watching TV or watching a basketball game, I'm trying to find a little screen to put right up here somewhere. That way I can sit there and just chill out and watch. I don't have to lay down all day long, especially if it's raining like this and I'm just chilling in the car. I'll probably have a tent in the car just in case I want to set it up if I'm out for 3 or 4 days or something. I'm gonna get some more room, but I'm trying to go light. I'm trying to minimalize the house and kind of go light. Because probably for the next year or so, I'll just be camping on the weekends in this thing. and see where this takes me. My ultimate goal is to move into a van or an RV or something later, and kind of travel around. Find a job where I don't have to work 12 hours a day and travel around. So, but we had to start somewhere, and this truck's paid off. So why not start here? Camp in it until it don't work no more, and start saving up some money. That way I can get it fixed if things go wrong with it. People are out there camping in 1985 vans, and I'm scared to camp in a 2013 truck. So that don't make no sense now, does it? So yeah, we're gonna head into town. Pansy, we're heading to town. Pansy, Angie, we're going to town. Well, guess she's the first one to get to use the bed. And we got an old boat we got to figure out something to do with. Right now it's just collecting junk. It's a project that I kind of want to finish, but I kind of don't want to spend the money on it. So we'll see. Might at least kind of clean it out and cover it up and maybe try to sell it or something. I don't know. That's that. We're gonna head in town and get my see if we can find a mattress topper, and we're gonna get some stuff to make black bean nachos, black bean chorizo nachos for dinner. Come back, I completely cleaned off my little porch there and brought it all in the house, so my house is a little wrecked. Brought all my tools. I had a lot of stuff on the porch, so brought a lot of stuff in. We got to start going through. I'm trying to minimize this house so I can just camp on the weekends. I'm not spending all weekend cleaning, if you know what I mean.